Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
Now, DJ Diamond Cut, she's supported you throughout your career. Still spinning you on the still spinning you on the radio. How influential do you feel like she's been in your career?
Cuts was one person musically that I met that has yet to, steer me wrong or make me feel like I can't trust her, or it's just music, because it's beyond music. I really look at her like a big sister, and she supported me since day one. And Cuts is like all the way on it. So I send her a record like, yo, you gotta drop this, and she'll send back like, no, I don't like it. Like, that simple. Yeah, but I respect honesty, because you need that around. But she's like she been like a mentor to me since day one. Like, she gonna always keep it real with me. She gonna tell me, the do's and the don'ts, and she just always keep it real. I support her, she support me. Okay.
Now, what's the goal with this upcoming project? Is it to get signed with a label, continue to be indie? What's the goal?
I don't really have a set goal. I just really want to get the music out there and really, really push this time. I feel like what my last mixtape lacked was promotion from, me and my team. I'm not just gonna put it on anybody else. I think with the right promotion, I got a lot of great feedback from that mixtape, like that should have been an album. Like, it should have been put out for purchase. Like, you was supposed to make some money off that. And it was a lesson learned, and I still think that was my my best project thus far out of the three. But now this one, I'm like, okay, I learned from the mistakes of the previous three. Now let's do it all the way right this time. Let's put the promo, let's do the promo all the way right. Let's get the right features, let's get the right production, and really, really, really sell Lee Mazin to the people.
Yeah, that's it. Now, you also, like you said, as far as branding yourself, you got the big billboard, the hair billboard over 34th Street.
Yeah, shout out to Camaro Rob and Be Your Hair.
Yeah, that's been there for a while. It was part of the Fam Juice campaign.
Yeah.
What's it like, having companies reach out and using your face to sell their products?
It's a blessing, and I look at it like, I always respect people that support, not just themselves. Like, everybody is working towards something, but you only receive more support when you give support. Like Fam Juice, since they've been running, I've been in contact with a lot of people from their camp. They've been looking out even before they reached out to me to do the whole Fam Juice and the artist campaign. So they they showed a lot of love. And the same thing with Camaro Rob and Be Your Hair. I was supporting him, since he came out, and he was supporting me since I've been doing music. So once he really his business really started popping, he didn't forget who who was there from the beginning. And it's like, yo, sis, I need you for this, and it's that simple. And then it was worked out and it was done. So he supports me. Fam Juice support me. Even after the whole Fam Juice campaign was over with, they still reach out to me and show love at my shows and everything like that. So it's the same love shown and giving back and forth. Okay.
Now, as you grow, what type of product would you want to put out? You got some funky ass shoes.
I do. I got a mean shoe fetish. Clothes, a little bit of everything. I really want to start my own foundation for young girls. Something like where we at now. Speaking of that, we are at the Role Models rehearsal.
Yeah, community.
They supported me, showed me nothing but love. So I love all of those girls, and Miss Mookie, like we family. I come in their stuff, they come in my stuff. Same thing. I support them. They come to my shows, I go to their stuff. So April 13th is their fashion show. They had one last year. It was crazy. I'm hosting. Got a lot of performance from Core, Neef Buck. Okay. So it's gonna be dope, and they supported me too. So that's something that I really want to do, is start a foundation for young girls. And like you said, shoes, lip gloss, all this stuff that's I'm hoping gonna come really soon.
Yeah, that you spend money on, make money off of. Yeah. And like you said, you definitely support the young ladies. I mean, you get booked, for birthday parties all the time, shows of course, but these little girls in this city, they love you. I mean, you're a role model, little girl stopping every couple seconds, and I appreciate that as a parent of a little girl, you know what I'm saying? Continue to you know, do positive things.
Thank you. That mean a lot, because they keep me going, like, through everything. As much as I be wanting to give up sometimes, I get, even from a little tweet that's saying I love Lee Mazin or I look up to Lee Mazin, that's what keeps me focused and keep me going.
Yeah, and you know, I could tell you involved with some old ladies. Stop right there. That's when you know you're really involved in the community. The old ladies know who you is. You know what I mean?
It's all about giving back, and it's not, everything is not about finance. Everything is not about money. Like, I give back with just my words. I go to different group homes and detention centers, schools, after school programs, just to talk to these kids, because it's so crazy out here now that they don't have a lot of hope. They don't even have a lot of self-esteem, a lot of them, because they just automatically think that they can't make it or they're not gonna make it out of Philly. And it's so crazy here now. And it's like, even when I was growing up, I didn't have nobody to come to my school or come to my after school program that I actually looked up to. Like, if Missy walked in my school when I was 12 or 13, like, you can be whatever you want to be, I probably would have started something else sooner. But we didn't have that. So now I feel like I can reach out to these kids. I can actually be in front of them, take a picture with them, sign an autograph, or, you know, give them some words of encouragement. And I didn't have that, so those little things count. And if I'm able to do that, why not do it?
Do you feel like your rise or your climb being so transparent has helped you build that sort of fan base? Because it's like a lot of artists, you just you see them on top and it's like, well, what got them there? And maybe they peoples know what it is, but like you said, man, you've been putting out mixtapes in the city for a minute. I've been hearing Lee Mazin on the radio before Meek, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really been grinding it out and earned your spot. So, like I said, do you feel like people being able to see that has contributed to you having so many fans?
You know, it's crazy. I had a conversation in the studio about 2 weeks ago, and they was talking about, like, social media, how they think it takes away from the artist. Because back then, we didn't have Twitter, MySpace, and none of that. So when Hov had a concert, you wanted to go to the concert because you never see Hov. But now it's like, all right, I see Lee Mazin on Instagram every day. Do I really want to go to the show? And this is how some people think. So they saying that they think it takes away from stardom, your stardom. But and I kind of agree, but I love it because I get to be hands-on and I get to know what people really thinking of me, whether it's good or bad. I get the comments on Instagram that's like paragraphs long, and I read it. I might not respond to everything, and I might not see every single comment, but I do feedback with my fans and my support group on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything. And if I see it and I can respond at the moment, I'm going to respond, and that makes me feel better, because it's like, okay, I couldn't, even if I wrote Missy, and I only keep referring to Missy because Missy was my favorite artist growing up, but I couldn't write Missy back then and she was going to reply. That would have been like a dream come true. So some people, when I respond, they be like, yo, you responded, like, you ain't Hollywood, and you know, I just take stuff differently because I really get to communicate with these people.
That's dope, that's dope. Now, I can't let you leave without asking you about the female rap scene in Philly. We got, you know, a lot of female rappers. You are definitely at the forefront, but you got Asia, Lean Bean, Zay Bucks, Tiana, plenty of them.
Right.
Who are you feeling? And fan question, who would we most likely see Lee Mazin doing the feature with?
I like all of the females that's coming up with me for different reasons. I think none of us sound the same. I think everybody got their own sound, their own look, their own team, their own grind, and I respect every single one of them. I started my first cipher I did with Lean Bean, so I actually looked up to Lean Bean because I just was coming out. She was popping. I just kept hearing her, and her flow, like, she got a crazy flow too. So we've been cool since then. So big shout out to Lean Bean. She, you know, she showed me love. I show her love back. I actually think, like, what we lack still, and it's not even just in Philly, period, us as females, we lack support and unity. Like, I say this in every interview. You can have a remix to a song and it'll be 5 guys on there and they all will rip it, and it'll be a successful record. But you never get that with females, ever. Like, it's not too many times that happened, and when it did happen, it usually was a guy who put that together. Okay. Like when you heard like Touch It, the Touch It remix. Busta did a Touch It remix with all females.
And then Luda with the female joint.
Luda put that together, but you don't get too many times that, you know, such and such has a popular song, or I want to do a remix. She gonna go get Ross and this person and this person. Not like, okay, I do a record and I'm gonna go get Asia Sparks, I'm gonna go get Lean B, I'm gonna get Tiana Victoria, and we all gonna do the record together. And I think it's all of us individually, and then on top of that is the people around, because everybody want to make it a beef or a competition, or you got to be in the front and you got to be in the back, or you superior to her, instead of just unifying it. And it's a lot of people who really do try, so I'm not going to knock them. But like I said, most of the people that try is males. Yeah. It's not genuine when you got to push to do it. Yeah. As opposed to, if I say on the camera right now, let's do a record, to all of them. Let's do a record. And I'm gonna say it. I'm saying it to the camera. Like, let's do a record. Okay. Let's see how it work out.
All right.
It's just all about.
We can send emails and connect things. You know.
No, I don't want y'all to send emails. I'm saying it to the camera. Let's see how it works. That's what I'm saying. That would be you putting it together. I'm saying it to the camera. Let's do a record, to all of them. Okay. I have no problem with nobody. Let's do a record. Let's come together, put a record, and put it out, and you know, tear the streets up real quick. There you go. And because we all serving a purpose to show that males is not the only ones who could do this, but we can't do that if we don't support and unify together, because we not never gonna have that level of respect that we searching for. Whereas if we supporting each other and we pushing each other, it's like, oh, all right, these girls is doing their thing, not just Lee Mazin doing her thing, or this person doing their thing. Like, something gotta give, especially to bring even Philly as a whole. Scratch the females, even Philly is like, you go down to Atlanta, whether they beefing or not, you probably will never know, because they all in the same place. Yeah. It could be this person's show, but it's 10 other artists there that do the same type of music he do, same type of grind, reaching for that same spot, but they supporting each other. You don't get that too much in Philly, and it's growing. It's definitely growing. I can say that, but it's like, we got the talent. Like, this is where the talent is. I go in studios everywhere, all over the country, and it's like, they say the same thing. Like, y'all birthed the best spitters ever in history.
Do you think sometimes they force that competition, especially on us East Coast rappers? Where in the South, I'm not gonna say they don't focus on lyrics, but it's, you have your swag rappers, you know what I'm saying? Where in the East Coast is, oh, you gotta spit. And then it's like you said, we in a cypher, and it's, oh, is his verse better than his verse? Where like you said in Atlanta, shit, you got guys like Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan, like, we gonna be the new Outcast. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the difference. It's like, I think what the Philly mindset is just automatically competition, or I gotta get that one spot. It doesn't have to be one spot. If you come through as a force, you take everything, and it's more than one spot that's open. But it's not too many people that think like that, because everybody is so corrupted on, I gotta make it before her, or I gotta make it before him, instead of moving together. And it's fest. I just left South by Southwest. South Street reminds me of the strip that South by Southwest was on. Why we can't have a big festival like that on South Street, where we bring everybody to our culture, our music, the way we live, our style, our clothes, and introduce them to how Philly is. Not Philly having to travel everywhere else for spring break or this show or this concert. We gotta do it all together. It gotta be, everybody gotta wanna put in and really, really put forth the effort. Until then, it's gonna be a bunch of Philly hate Philly. And that's what they say, like, y'all hate on each other too much. That's sad.
And for those who don't know, South by Southwest is not like Made in America. It's like Made in America in every venue. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 20. So I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Okay, so hopefully we can get this female record together. Philly can, you know, unite. Like you said, we could be a force, you know. Last question. Another fan question. What's your relationship status? And if Lee is single, what type of guy does Lee go for?
I am single. Okay. It's a focus thing, you know. That takes a lot from you. But I am from my mom putting this in me, but I do like dark skin. brown skin. I'm not that's not my selectional point, but you know, I do like dark skin, but I really go for personality and how you are. You gotta be grounded and be aiming for something, even if you're not on. Just because I'm doing what I'm doing doesn't mean you have to be the same speed or doing what I'm doing. As long as you doing something.
Yeah.
Even if that's working a 9 to 5, you doing something. But just to be sitting out on your ass, I don't like no bum.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a bum, period. And I like somebody that can keep me laughing. I'm silly when I want to be, but I'm still about my business at the end of the day. So you gotta kind of match me. And I get bored fast. So you can keep me interested, then you know you got a high chance. But I really just like somebody who outgoing and know what they want in life and got goals.
Okay, there you go. That's the blueprint. Is there anything you like to leave us with before we get out of here?
Yeah, just April 15th, y'all gotta go on iTunes and download Blow. I promise y'all gonna love it. It's a fun record. It's the 2012 Lee Mazin. I brought it back, and it's fun. And shout out to Ben for it. So make sure y'all download that April 15th. Blow on iTunes by Lee Mazin. That's about it.
Blow, April 15th, Lee Mazin. It's your boy E Money signing out. The homie Lee Mazin.
Cheers.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.